Hi, my name's Amy Gathings, and here's my presentation on the balanced life. So I went ahead and addressed some questions. Is such a life possible? So I definitely think a balanced life is possible. However, I do think that it is easier for some people to maintain a balanced life over others because some people have a more rigorous job than others. And it can be really difficult if you're doing a really rigorous job and all your time and efforts being put in that job to be able to maintain a balanced life when you come home from that job. The picture to the right over here is a picture of a book. So this book, along with this description below, which is attached to this link, it's a book about having the energy to be able to maintain a balanced life. And so it's really hard when you're going full force at work and you have X amount of kids and you have a husband or a wife and you're trying to volunteer and you're trying to eat healthy and you're trying to work out. It's really hard to be able to maintain the energy for all of those things. And so this book talks about how to be how to be strategic in having the energy to be able to maintain that life. Is it desirable or preferable to live a life that's more singularly focused? I personally find it easier to live a life that's singularly focused because I'm very career oriented. When I'm working, I'm very solely focused on working and how to be the best worker that I can be, and help the customers around me or help my coworkers around me to do the best job possible. So this quote that I have here on the side is, never get so busy making a life that you forget making a living that you forget to make a life. So I think this is so true. I agree with this quote. But I do also think that if you are living a life and have a job that is impacting others totally, that, like, your job is your life. And so it's not really about the money at that point. It's about how you're helping others and what you can do for others. And so I think that sometimes it's not just about making a living so that you can live your life. Your life is your job because that is how you want to live, by helping others and making an impact. Do I plan to pursue a balanced life? Of course, I plan on pursuing a balanced life, but will I succeed in this? I don't really know. Um, I think that it's really hard for me to have a balanced life, and I'm sure it's hard for everybody to have a balanced life. I am trying to have a balanced life now, and I'm not even in my career, so I'm already struggling with having a balanced life. It is very difficult to maintain many areas and put time and effort into multiple areas. So what? So I do think that it is best to have a balanced life in your career because you cannot give from an empty cup. I think it's important to be recharged because it will help you to be a better worker and a better overall person to whoever you're dealing with in your job. So I chose a total of 3 quotes from Leading Lives That Matter. My first quote is, I wanted God, no one less, to make the decision for me, believing that vocations were made in heaven. I wanted the matchmaker to speak from that height. So I love this quote. I definitely can relate to it because I feel like I have no clue what I want to do. And I'm going into my senior year. I'm currently in the science field and I love all the sciences. I love people. I just love so many things that it's hard for me to narrow down what I really want to do. And so I feel like if God could just tell me, Amy, please just do this job, do this vocation, like this is what you're meant to do, it would make things so much easier. But I'm just kind of on this hunt for what am I going to be doing for the next few years, I guess you could say, of my life. The next quote I chose is, Garrett, choose your vocation, and whatever it is, I will accept your choice, prosper it, sanctify. Could I answer, do I really know what in my heart of hearts I want to do? So I also love this quote. It is from the same section of the book, actually, and I think it's kind of funny that I can relate so much to Garrett because he just, even if he were to be given the authority that whatever you're going to do, like whatever you choose, you will prosper in it. I will bless you in it. It's just, okay, but could I even decide what I really want to do that I would even care to be prosperous in? So I mean, I think that's really funny, and I really enjoyed that quote. The last quote that I chose is, and I know only what I don't want, which is almost everything I have. So I also relate to this quote because I, at this point, I have been shadowing and I'm learning what I don't want to do. I haven't really found something that I love more than the next thing. Uh, as it is with the rest of my entire life. So I have shadowed for physical therapy, and I really thought that I was going to be doing physical therapy and going to physical therapy school. And I went and shadowed, and I realized that that was the worst job that I could have ever imagined. It's so dull. And so at this point, I'm just really just crossing out the things that I really don't like, and that's all that I know. So I'm going to continue to shadow, and if I continue to not find things that I like, then I will at least know the 100 things that I do not want to do with my life. And that is the end of my presentation. Thank you.